Listener warning. Everything about this podcast is offensive and often stupid. And live from Bar Dunk, it's a podcast of love. God, this thing's burning my face. Guys, games, and beer.
I want to get a doctor.
Yay!
Doctor.
I think we were waiting for you to shut the show down with that.
With what?
Mess up there.
I burned my face.
The alternate intro is going to be G2B, the only podcast that takes 3 times as long to set up as it does to record.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, actually. That's true.
Damn.
So, Rob, wait a minute. Before we get the show started, Larry's got something to say. Larry.
So, Tom,
not Larry.
Tom
Rom
has talked about his feelings on
specialty
beers.
Fall beers.
And what was that? What was that?
Well, okay, so
pumpkin spice.
Yeah. Look, I do not want. Yeah, thank you. I do not want pumpkin spice in my fucking beer. Okay, I want beer that tastes like beer. I don't want it tasting like nutmeg. I don't want it tasting like pumpkin.
Cinnamon.
No cinnamon.
How about an
in my beer.
allspice?
No allspice in my beer. I want my beer to taste like beer. So, Larry, what the hell
Okay,
did you do?
well, see, here's the thing.
Oh! Drop the mic. Just walk off right now.
Oh.
But it's Halloween, right? Halloween special. So we have to have a Halloween beer. So today we have
You can drink
Travelers.
Mad Dog, yeah, that's like a nightmare.
Jackal Traveler.
It's Jacko.
Wow.
Larry said Jackal. Oh,
What?
sorry, I'm okay.
Doesn't say Jackal?
It says Jacko. It's a Jacqueline Onassis.
So apparently, so this is a pumpkin shandy, which I was told was of all the pumpkin beers out there, the most drinkable. So,
You didn't say good.
By the guy who sold it to him.
Yeah, did you notice that?
Yeah, he bought us water.
That'll be $13 for a 6-pack.
yeah,
He bought us
so
water, basically.
we could try the most drinkable pumpkin beer.
Here we go.
Cheers. Let's try the most drinkable pumpkin beer. Fuck, I spelled it. Oh shit.
It's pretty pumpkin-y.
Oh, that is not drinkable. Oh my god, dude!
It's a trap. You just want to make him drink something.
It's like drinking a fucking pumpkin pie. Okay?
It
I
does
want-
taste like pumpkin pie.
It tastes like pumpkin
Try
pie.
it. Just-
No, you gotta try a sip of it.
It just
Because
is-
it's like drinking a damn pumpkin
It really
pie.
is.
Yeah, I think that's a
Again,
fair
it's not-
assessment.
I don't
It
think
is-
it's beer.
No,
It
it's
is-
pumpkin
it-
pie in
well,
a
it's-
bottle.
Delicious.
No. Yeah, if you want pumpkin pie, hold on.
I want pumpkin pie, which does sound pretty good right now.
that's not bad.
I need to make like a dog and lick my
So-
testicles right now just to get rid of the taste.
The
Yeah. I've had way better pumpkin beers than that. That is not. the most
but
pumpkin beer.
better, but more
Well, actually, it
more
might be-
drinkable.
It might be the most drinkable pumpkin beer,
Yeah, 'cause
or at
it's a
least
fairly light
the
beer.
the most accessible
it's a
pumpkin
shandy.
beer.
Yeah, so it's fairly light to start with.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you work hard at it, you can probably slam it down and then
Oh.
tell your friend, "Don't
I
buy
can-
me another."
Yeah.
Fine, I drank your fucking beer.
This is a novelty beer that I will enjoy once and never ever want to drink again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, also it's 4.4% alcohol, so I could keep drinking this. And like, is anything gonna happen yet? Well, what else are show beers for?
And that's a shandy in general. I mean, they're always like
Yeah.
this anyways.
So I feel like I think we've already
so
rated
upset.
this as
Because it tastes like a freaking pumpkin pie.
I'm so
I did
confused
not
right
want-
now.
I did not want anything with. Did you not say you bought a fucking allspice? They got allspice in here, okay?
I was
if you
told
wanna
it was
get him to do
drinkable.
something you don't want him to do, or he doesn't want to do, just lie to him.
Yes.
He will probably do it.
Yeah.
Or make it part of the
I'm
theme.
good with lies, okay? Or make it so.
Everybody's tried it, Tom.
Right, because
Just
it's,
drink it,
because
Tom.
it's Jack O' Traveler, okay?
Well, they have a whole story on the back. I didn't want to read.
Well, give us a
You
story.
know, well, I
give
mean,
us
you
a
know,
story.
We wanted to make
Well-
a really crappy beer, so
Yeah.
So here it is for
Well, I mean, you know, driven out of
Everywhere.
obsessive love of hijinks, Jackal Traveler
beer.
spent the days cooking up mischief. That sounds good, doesn't it? And it goes on to talk about how he escaped from hell, and well, he decided to make a beer and put everyone else through hell. Wait, they didn't put that in there. I did.
We should add it.
So does anybody know the technical definition of a shandy?
Beer
that
was
supposed to be-
something added.
Isn't it supposed to be like okay? Does it have to be a liquid? Does it have to be a liquid though, like in like a beer mixed with lemonade or a beer? Because like this, on one thing it says it's a shandy inspired beer on the top.
Okay, no, that's a good point because generally it is like it's more like a rat.
Yeah, if you throw pumpkin flavoring in it, I don't know if that technically makes it a shandy. And on the top it does specifically say shandy inspired.
But then the bottle says
no, that's a good point.
pumpkin shandy.
No, but that is a good point because you're right. Shandy's like if you had lemonade or orange juice or something like that to a beer, a liquid to a beer,
It tastes a lot
a
like
berry or something.
they like made some beer and then they were like, oh shit, it's October, what do we do? And then one guy in the back just stands up and goes, I know. And he goes to the grocery store and picks up the pumpkin spice shaker that you can get, those pre-mixed ones. And then except he obviously went to Costco and bought them out of it and then shook that into the vat, and that's how this pumpkin shandy was.
Yay!
I'm pretty sure you're right. I am pretty sure you're right.
Promotion fired.
All right, so
I gotta tell you what, for your party, run out and get.
all right, so let's do this, gentlemen. Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Right now, it's a thumbs up. If I had another, it would be a thumbs down.
Okay.
Again, I'm gonna enjoy.
I like that.
This
That's
this one's a delicious one, and I will never ever want to drink this again.
I'll say this: it's better than Leinenkugel's pumpkin shandy. So that's God, that is disgusting beer.
Well, good news. October's almost over, so Samuel Adams, we won't be coming for yours.
I mean, that's fair.
All right, enough with the show beer.
That was the alcoholic equivalent of date rape.
Pretty much so. All right, so Rob, what is the show about tonight?
I don't even know anymore.
Remember how?
Oh, yeah.
Pumpkin-y.
I got you. Okay. Hold on. Can I get a gin and tonic?
You have a gin and
right
tonic.
there.
Let me clear that.
Drink that.
I very seldom hate beer. All right.
You
so
didn't clear that crap out of your mouth, didn't you?
man. Okay. So yeah, today's topic is the games of Halloween. Now, it doesn't have to be scary, although we're going to talk a little bit about scary games later. But we've already covered that earlier this month. We're going to talk about that game that you play every Halloween, that ritual that gets you into the Halloween mood. God, that beer was nasty.
And a new Halloween tradition was born.
That's it. Don't drink this crap.
No, that's the scary part.
Maybe it's
We
because
do
it's
drink
from
it.
Vermont.
Vomit?
I said Vermont.
Oh, okay. Whew.
Montpelier.
Okay, so I suppose yeah, I'm totally off. I just can't even get past that crap.
Well,
All right, how about
You know what? Now I give this beer a thumbs up.
let's get.
To torture people.
Well, good. You can drink the rest of that shit. Tyler, what's your game?
Well, it's not very Halloween-y. I said weenie. One that I'd like to play Halloween is Team Fortress 2. They always do events on Halloween and stuff, and it's always a lot of fun, actually. And I enjoy it. I haven't really played much Team Fortress 2 lately, but I was just reading, so I was thinking about, I should go back and play it. But before past the year or so, I usually would. The other game I like to try to play, but haven't again lately, is Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which is one of my all-time favorite games and is wonderful. And if you haven't played it, I hate you.
Wow, that's a little rough. That's a Genesis or SNES game, correct?
The SNES version is better.
I agree. Yeah. I'm not gonna fight you on that one.
If something's multi-console, yeah, usually SNES is better.
That was
Obviously,
the winds of Lake Kichigumi coming through.
Yes,
Really was.
Which means the good land.
the winds of Lake Grab My Cocky.
I believe that means a whale's vagina.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Rob, come
So-
back to me.
So to scare yourself, you try and get your rift working,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm trying to do right now. But go ahead, come back to me.
All right, let's go with Travis.
All right, I'm gonna do a few quick fire ones. I'm really excited. One that people know.
blow the load, though.
Yeah, House of the Dead Overkill. It is a very good House of the Dead game. I know a lot of people obviously know about the House of the Dead series, but not enough people have played Overkill because it is gritty and very, very violent, and it's really like a B movie style plot and is very offensive to most people. But I highly recommend to play it because it's a very, very, very it's a very good House of the Dead game, and it's cheesy and funny and great.
Just how one should be.
Yeah. There's one called The Haunting, starring. It's called The Haunting. It's for the Sega Genesis. It's a game about a poltergeist, and you play as like a ghost, and your goal is to haunt as many things and scare everybody in the family out of a house. It's pretty great. So basically, you have to kind of like avoid traps and stuff, and haunt kitchen appliances or toilets or the dog and in different levels. And it's like very kind of comedic. And I don't think there are a lot of people who've played it, but it's a very, very good kind of. It's like a top down. So you're like hovering around as a ghost and like floating electronics and take them over and stuff. It's really fun. And then I will pass it on to Matt.
The Sims.
That's true. However, the Halloween tradition that I like to keep alive every year is to keep playing whatever game I happen to be playing at the time.
What a tradition.
Which right now is Fallout 3 to get ready for Fallout 4. I mean,
You're
that's
back playing?
that's it.
Are you humming all the
Are you back? Are you
all the
back
songs?
playing? Like
Kind of, yeah. Correct.
No, but what I'm saying is you've already played through that, and you're going back and playing through again.
Oh,
in
yeah.
anticipation
I haven't
of-
played that game in like 5 years, so I'm like getting back into it, and I'm like,
I've done that. I've done that where I've gone back and played a previous game close to when the new installment's going to come out, like a month earlier or something like that, to refresh my memory to the storyline, the world, to just kind of get a feel again for what was happening in there. And then when the new one comes out, it's like, oh yeah, you can hit it running. I think that's a good plan. If you're really into a series and they don't always come out like every year, maybe they take a few years to develop a new version of that game.
You mean
that
like most games besides Call of Duty?
right.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it takes 2-3 years. To
I've been waiting
develop a new
15 years for
version.
Shenmue 3. Damn it! It's about time.
And you probably would have to go back and get
Actually, technically, I
reacquainted.
played Shenmue 2 in like 2004, but side the point.
I mean, it's true.
So I'm just saying, I think that's a good strategy to get yourself sort of reacclimated.
Plus, I played New Vegas over the summer, so it seemed like the next logical step.
Yeah.
Larry!
What's up?
Nothing.
Cool.
That's it, right? We're done?
So anyways, I actually don't have a lot of video game traditions when it comes to Halloween, but
Gun game.
I will bring up, and I will bring this up, and I feel like that was the cue during the Lords of the Trident delightful episode. I had a few drinks. And,
What?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god!
Came as out of nowhere.
You said
And-
He
you
came everywhere, actually.
I know.
He's really happy to have him on.
everywhere for it.
And so I didn't exactly attune to everything that was happening. And so
Blackout.
Ty had bring up, the lead singer, had brought up Chiller. And I didn't say nothing about it because, well, I missed it. And
Flat out did not
But-
hear them.
But that is an amazingly gory game. If you want to do a gore for Halloween, that is a gore game, and it's gore in the most brutal way because back in the 80s there was quite a few gun games like Cheyenne and Crossbow. Well, this is basically set up very similar to that, except instead of, and I know I've talked about this on podcasts before, and longtime listeners, bear with, and be proud of you. Hey, I know about that. But
You probably speak Spanish as your
the
primary
goal
language based
of
on
the
our
screen,
yeah.
basically, there's people on the screen that are in torture devices, and the goal to get to the next screen is to shoot off all their or destroy their flesh in some way completely. So shoot their face off, shoot their hands off, shoot their legs off, or maybe you squish them in some sort of torture device that by shooting the torture device it activates it. It's just a horrible shooting gallery, and that might be a good Halloween game. But
there's a fun fact about that game. In America, when it was released, they actually tried to put like a really, really lame half-assed story to it to make it a little more acceptable. The fact that you were like shooting and contorting people. They're like, oh yeah, these are like evil spirits and like demons and shit that you have to destroy to like release their spirits. And that's like legitimately like the plot they try to throw into the U.S. version, which is not in the Australian one.
yeah, it's not.
Which is
It's
Yeah, the
just-
Australians like censor everything else.
No, and that's why probably Australia has censorship the way they do now.
I'm just gonna put it out there. It's basically just torture porn. I mean, that's.
Oh
what
yeah,
it is.
it's pretty graphic.
Yeah,
And not pretty much
that's
is it.
what
That
it
is
is.
literally what it is.
That's what it is. But on a completely other topic, you guys distracted me over here.
Literally, getting distracted.
I know. I wanted to
way.
talk
That's
about
not
a
like
few
that.
games that if you're gonna host maybe a small Halloween party and a few board games you might want to enjoy during that time. Of course, Werewolf would always work at a Halloween party
Or any party.
Yeah, well,
that's
but
true.
it fits in more because there are other variants of that werewolf that you
Yeah.
could like intrigue and thief and a few of the other ones.
You know, we should really do an episode just on Werewolf. You could probably get a history on, just the history of that game. No. We did do
I
a
think
Let's
we
Play
did
on
a Let's
Werewolf,
Play,
but we didn't
yeah.
do like a history of, like a deep dive on that. That's actually a pretty interesting game.
I think that was
But-
an audio one too. We should do a video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be really exciting. Here's us flipping a card. But that's not like it's.
Well, to be
here we are
fair-
standing here.
To be
Yes.
fair, our games of Werewolf get fucking intense.
You
There's a lot of
accused me. I'm not a fucking werewolf.
there's a lot
One damn time, Travis. One time.
There's a lot of shouting. There's a lot of Tom saying that he's a villager.
I am a villager
emphatically.
every effing time.
I mean, that's true.
None of these punches are
Except
real.
for the
That's
time
just the
that he
sound
was a
man.
werewolf. Which was never. Right.
So anyway, but if your group is a little more intense, a good high quality game that I think you can still pick up
Yes.
is Betrayal on House on the Hill.
Yeah.
And it's got 50 different endings. It's really creepy and spooky, and it has really good gameplay to it. That one's a lot of fun. Couple others that might be, and that was a pretty, I want to say almost a serious kind of board game. Would you agree? That's very more serious. Couple others out there, cheap and easy to get. Couple versions of Flux, Thulu Flux and Zombie Flux are both get you in the spirit and not too heavy as far as gameplay.
What the flux is that?
And one last one that I'll mention that might be.
It was, but
I missed.
no worries.
I thought it was rhetorical.
Yeah.
And one last one I'll mention is, and we always mess up the name, is The Haunting House.
Yes, you got it though.
Yeah.
It's your game. You should know the name.
I know. I should know the name. Sorry, I got to take a call here.
Yeah, what the hell? Turn the phone off. We're recording here. We're like professionals.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just want to mention,
Let me turn mine off.
just in the middle of this, we were at a panel one year, and somebody's phone rang, and Larry stormed off of the panel and said, "Shut your damn phone off! What the hell?" He went crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well,
He's acting like a nice guy here. I'm just saying.
That won't happen here. So that
Stardom goes to his
The
head.
Haunting House, relatively cheap to get, and I believe it's still available. And it's only like a $20, $25.
I had a hard time finding it.
And you did?
Yeah.
Oh, well, all right. Probably
I-
can find it on Amazon.
I
You
suck.
can find everything else.
Why not?
But I really recommend your local game store.
What's
Because
that?
many cities have them, so I recommend those. But it's basically punk teenagers go into a haunted house, and then the first one out
They're not all teens.
lives. I'm assuming they are. Right?
I'm
Because
assuming one's a baby.
In my head,
Punk teenagers.
I'm going basically Scooby-Doo on it. They,
Wait, Scooby-Doo were punks? Like,
They were punkers, actually.
yeah. And
You got punked!
so you basically go in the house, and it's a tile-based games, and the tiles change all the time, and it's really laid out well. And I feel like
It's a great game.
It's really strong.
Yeah.
Really strong on it.
It's
Not
like-
super.
It could
Super
technically be
intense.
like a 15-minute game, but no, it never
No,
happens.
It's not. We played it the one time. We played it with it's up to 6 players. And I think we played it with 5, and it took us like 3 hours
Yeah.
because it just sometimes worked out that way. But then we played one the other day, and we had 4 players. So I'm not sure the number of players makes a big difference. And we were done in like 5 minutes. Just the exits.
Just
and
got
moves
lucky.
it just boom done.
it's great because it's a really, really simple game, but there's so many different things you can do and different ways you can play it. It makes it a lot of fun.
That is a good game.
No,
Solid.
it is. I
Yeah.
played it once or twice with Larry. It's
Yeah. It might just be Larry. Nah, the game's pretty good too, but
And
Larry's fun to play
what's
board
funny
games
is there's 3 expansions which I own for the game, and I've yet to play those. I've yet to pull them.
well, it
off.
does
So-
take us like a couple
so-
hours to finish it
I
without.
know. Because basically the first floor is game number 1, and the expansion is the second floor, and the third expansion is the attic. And in the expansions, your character can die. So instead of trying to get out of the house, you're now a ghost, and you're trying to make it to the attic. So it's kind of interesting. I probably adds more of a spooky feel if you add those elements to it. But I've never played them, so one of these days we'll have to do that. So those are some suggestions
Those
for
are-
Halloween board games.
Those are some great suggestions, actually, for Halloween board games.
I agree wholeheartedly.
So,
So
How about
we'll
it,
go
Tom?
from here.
all right. Well, again, as I was told before, I'm boring. Okay, so my favorite game, my Halloween game, the game I play all the time. When I'm
porn.
yes, well that too, but that's a whole
That
other
was a
game.
good guess.
That was a very good guess.
So close.
Okay, so
Costume-inspired porn.
Killing Floor, like
Porn. He said it
porn.
already. Right.
So no, Killing Floor and Killing Floor 2, both great games. Again, there's nothing like zombies and blood and being a berserker and just slicing the crap out of everything. Yeah, so Killing Floor 2.
Yeah, way to go.
All right, easy enough.
All right.
What's wrong with Killing Floor 1?
Nothing wrong with Killing Floor 1. Just they fixed a lot of things in Killing Floor 2.
That's pretty lovely. 2 is pretty good. That's what I expected out of a sequel. I'm happy with it.
exactly.
Number 2 and more content.
That's all I'm gonna say. Ah! Okay, so I'm gonna go. I got a couple, but I'm gonna go mainly with every year I have to play Ghosts and Goblins. I have to. It is like an absolute requirement. Lately, the last couple years, I've been playing the PSP version of it, the PSP remake, which is really it's just nice looking. It's still hard as hell, it kills the hell out of you, but they've got a really good remake of it.
Easy, then it wouldn't be Ghosts and Goblins.
Right, exactly.
Thank you.
It's a hella hard game. I've come close to finishing it in like the 10, 20 years I've been playing it, but I haven't actually finished it yet. I originally got it on the SNES.
Worse than me.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, huh?
Yeah.
Good thing Steam's not tracking that one, huh? Yeah. So anyway, I really like playing that one. Obviously, Killing Floor is on my list. There is a game I've been playing lately called You Can't Escape. And I really can't escape. I've played it quite a few times. I hear only a few people have escaped from it. You Can't Escape. It's a bit like it's a
they
bit
deliver.
like it's a lot like the old fashioned RPGs where it's one step at a time, but it's 3D. What was that one you gave me? a while back. A really good game. Yeah, it's a lot like Legend of Grimrock. Rock. It's a lot like Legends of Grimrock, but it's way simpler. It harkens back to like 80s games like Hunt the Wumpus. Hunt the Wumpus is kind of a weird game to identify with it, but it reminds me of that because it's a one-sitting game. Most times you're either going to die or win in one sitting. Guess what I do? I die. But, yeah, you didn't need that. But it's got a really eerie atmosphere. It's kind of scary, but it keeps your stress level way up. So you're just very frustrated with it.
Your doctor loves it.
My doctor loves it. Dr. Strangelove loves it. Yeah, he loves it. So, yeah, those are my two main go-to games right now. Although I play Doom. That's kind of a tradition. I just kind of bring it out and
maybe you should
bust
play
some cackle
Pac-Man.
demons.
All the ghosts.
That's good. Maybe I'll play Pac-Land. That'll piss some people off.
Said it didn't have to be scary, but there's definitely ghosts.
Do we want to go to the next topic, or does Tom want to pound on his keyboard a little bit longer?
I'm just gonna keep pounding on my keyboard.
Should we just watch him intensely?
Topic is...
Topic is.
What makes a scary game? What makes a game scary? Because there are some games that attempt this and don't do it. You think about a lot of money can be poured into a game to be scary. It's not really that scary. Like the first Fear game was really scary. The second, Third, no, not at all. Not scary at all. But then you look at like Slender Man that was made on a 5-cent budget. It's creeping the hell out of you all the time, you know? There's something to a game that makes it scary. What do you think that is?
What's more important? The sort of, is it suspense? That's the more important element.
Yeah, it's really more of a build-up to whatever your reveal is, if there's a reveal at all. I mean, some games like Amnesia are very much more about the build-up than whatever it is that's actually hunting you. A lot of other games, like it comes down to atmosphere, like music. A lot of really good music makes a good horror game, and there are some games that have if it's generic, it can have that tense build-up, but it just has to build in the correct way.
Because that was one thing I was going to bring up. What makes a scary game? If you're talking about specific things that games do, one isn't just music, silence and atmosphere. When games are quiet, that is creepy as all hell.
There's a lot of times that the scariest games actually make you fucking put in all the gaps. I mean, more you have to have basically enough information to like build a base and let your mind just take off from there.
The perfect example is like the first time I played Silent Hill, where it's like, oh, there's fog everywhere. What's this creepy noise that's slowly building? I want to cry.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably my first experience with an actual like horror game, because it's not really my genre. If you picked up on that. I was watching our good friend of the show, Jay Piz, or Justin, play Fatal Frame on his Xbox.
Wait, I have a joke. Oh, never mind.
He lost it.
Damn it, Larry.
It wasn't bad for most of it. I mean, it was creepy. There were ghosts everywhere, and they were all like deformed and shit. And you like for some reason couldn't run, even though you were an able-bodied human. And you had a camera for some reason, and that captured their spirits and whatever. There was one point, like after we had beaten the first boss, where there were two modes. There was a top-down, like, third-person view for you to navigate the map, but then there was also a first-person zoomed-in with your camera view for you to capture the spirits of the ghosts and set them free, or whatever the hell the plot of the game was. And at one point, Justin was in the first-person view mode, and we were sweeping the camera around slowly. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a ghost with its neck broken is reaching out towards you and is about this far away from the screen. And we both shrieked and shut the Xbox off. It's that kind
like real men.
Like real men play horror games. So for me, it's always the jump scare. But you don't get the jump scare without the right atmosphere.
wait for it.
And I'm with Tyler on the silence.
Personally, with games, I'm not a big horror game guy either.
But
But it's always the games I like. Even with movies, I don't like the jump scare or like that. I like the weird, creepy things that just like mess with you. That it's just like I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen, and you're just waiting for it. Which leads into my other thing, which I think because the idea of horror and something being scary is so wide. Same thing with why Zombies Ate My Neighbors is one of my favorite games too, is because random things happen, like where you get cornered by a bunch of enemies, like shit. That's scary because you don't want to die.
right.
You know what I think tends to just and I think what makes a good scary game is probably what makes a good scary book or a good scary movie. They're probably the same elements, it's just a matter of execution. It's the same kind of thing. Things that you don't expect to be true are true is probably something that leads to something that's scary. For example, like a doll that is faceless and is talking to you is really it's creepy. I mean, it's because that shouldn't be true. That should not be happening.
Is it mostly
But
because
it
the doll's
is.
talking, or mostly because it doesn't have a mouth to talk to you with?
Side note.
See, both of those elements make it. That shouldn't be true.
Larry's favorite scary movie, Toy Story.
yeah. It shouldn't be happening, man. No.
That Slinky
I'm
comes out, he
trying to
screams
think
his
of,
ass
I'm
off.
trying to think of okay, Five Nights at Freddy, right? Is a pretty creepy game. Right?
I had Five Nights at Freddy one time, and I'm going to tell you what, he owed me more than $20.
But you know what keeps freaking you out is that deadpan, fluffy toy that keeps popping up in screens. That is really freaky. Because that should not be happening.
Animatronics are scary in general.
I mean, that's true.
They shouldn't be.
Getting that deadpan,
It
just
shouldn't
emotionless
be.
stare,
You're right.
That's
right.
what it is.
Same thing that makes a mime scary. Or most clowns.
I've been scared of clowns. I'm learning
You
more
should
about Larry
be.
today than I
You
thought I
should
would.
be.
Or wanted to.
You've
I
heard
learned a
of
lot
I'm
on
gonna
these.
dress like clowns and stand outside Larry's house at midnight.
We should do that.
We all know that clowns are generally scary.
Never been
That's-
scared of clowns. Even watching
You're
it, like,
crazy.
yeah, that's a
Have you
creepy
watched-
movie, but it's not a clown. It's
Have you read The Ant? Come on. Have you heard of Ed Gein? Oh, and then
we're talking about games.
Bozo, have you heard of Cookie? Have you heard of Cookie?
Cookie.
they're
Cookie
all
scared the shit out of me,
crazy.
man. Just saying it right
Man,
now.
Cookie was creepy as hell.
He was creepy.
Fucking
Okay?
name.
Both
Like
of
everybody
them-
over 40.
But-
Just
but
like went,
probably-
oh, hell yeah.
Probably what drives them into the clown business is being creepy. That's
They take off the makeup and it's worse.
Have you seen Son of Sfangoria?
The Son of Svengoolie. I love that show. Channel 44.
I mean,
That was
technically
hyper
it's a clown.
localization.
Oh yeah, you want Dr. Destructo?
I have not seen Dr. Destructo.
He's-
Dr. Demento was awesome.
No, Dr. Destructo, I believe, is out of Kenosha.
He is out of
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
and
never-
and he does the classic show, the old movies.
Yeah.
and-
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And he's paying homage to Son of Sanguli.
No,
Yeah.
Son of Sven was on until like the mid 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
I actually didn't know that Dr. Destructo was a thing, and I legitimately was walking with JJ to get lunch in high school, and next thing you know, it's the middle of the day. A guy drives past in a hearse in an Undertaker uniform and white face, and I was like, "All right, what is going on? This guy looks like he's dead in a coffin, you know." And he legitimately like stopped near this Chinese place that we went to go get food, and came out, and I was like, "What the hell is going on? This is not a thing that happens in the middle of the day."
It doesn't Racine. You should have been used to that.
But what's weird is
Wisconsin.
he's from
Yeah.
Kenosha.
Yeah, he grew up on Son of Svengoolie and saw that kind of stuff. Son of Svengoolie, again, this hyperlocalization, was a show on WGN out of
Yeah, but
Chicago.
there's got to be one.
No, not
There's gotta
WGN.
be one
Channel
in
44.
every
44.
region.
Who did WGN have? They had Svengoolie.
That's Svengoolie.
Svengoolie.
That's Sven.
And then 44 picked up Son of Svengoolie. So this basically comes from the late 70s, early 80s through almost, like you said, the 2000s, I think.
Yep.
For
Yeah,
sure.
'cause he
I
had a
gotta
rebirth.
believe, though, that just basically every region has.
Oh,
one
I'm
of
sure they did.
those.
Well, that's how Elvira.
I mean, Elvira was like the
Elvira,
famous.
she became a national hit, but she started as a local hit.
Yeah.
She was a local little one who did this kind of show and just got
And
big on that.
What do you think catapulted her.
We're not going to talk about that.
No, look, she was on Stephanie Miller this morning. I was listening to her.
I do
She
not
is
need to
still-
be on
and-
feminist
and by the way,
frequency,
She
okay?
is still fucking hot as can be. Look, if you can look like that and she's 60 plus, holy shit. So that being said, she had a one night stand with Elvis. I found out this morning, so I'm good with that.
Oh, that's nice.
So we know MILF is a certain term. What's
Gilf.
plus 60
It's Gilf.
term?
It's
For
Gilf.
God's
We
sake,
came
No,
up with
we
that
already
one.
have a term. It's called Gil.
Gilf.
Larry
I
just
get it.
figured out what
He's
it was.
been expanded.
New
He's been
horror
expanded.
game.
Yeah.
Larry
Google
just
image search skill.
No, do not. Oh no, do not.
Moderate safe search off.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
That's the worst horror game of all time.
Oh god.
You know what?
You mean
Of all old
guilt
timey.
dating? Like it? That
No,
seems like
search off.
there's like a Japanese simulator for that, right? I mean, you guys seem to know a lot about this. So.
Why did we still let him hold the mic?
Fair enough.
I don't think we can go on.
I mean,
I think this episode's done.
no, like
Put a fork in this bitch. It is done. Oh my god.
get out the beeper thermometer.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, it's done.
Yeah, this episode's done.
This has done been roasted.
Thank you so much for watching Guys, Games, and Beer. Don't forget to visit us at www.guysgamesandbeer.net. But hey, you know what? Don't do that. Go over to Facebook. Go to www.facebook.com/guysgamesandbeer because that is where we hang out. There's multiple things going on there. Every day we've got free games for you. We've got little contests. We've got we post all sorts of weird crap. It's
That's true.
all sorts of fun. And also, don't forget.
Thumbs up us on YouTube.
Sure.
Oh yeah, do that.
If you're feeling really
Because that's
lonely,
what
and
we are.
subscribe.
Super
That's
dead
the
sexy.
only place that we post.
Super dead sexy.
That's my story.
And you
Right.
want to see these faces.
So if you even if you want to hear, you have to go to YouTube.
Yeah, we would be on that iTunes.
No other hosting.
www.itunes.com/guysgamesandbeer.
Right, or on the internet archive.
And if
Or
you
on
want
the
to,
Internet Archive.
and if you
our-
want
We
to
wouldn't
give
do
us
that
a
either.
give
Our
us a
Apparently,
rate,
that's
review,
a
and
road trip
subscribe.
in our future.
You know,
Yep.
it's fine.
So, also don't forget, we are on Twitter at Guys Games Beer. There are also free game giveaways there. And Tom,
But not
so
at
ably
Twitch,
mans it.
All the time, for the love of God, people. We give away.
Giving it up.
I give it away all the time. It's yours for the asking. Just
Frederico has
You don't
gotten the
even have
last
to
6
ask.
games.
Probably.
He's gotten the last 6 games.
We're bringing South America.
By the way, we've got
Oh, yeah.
big announcements coming up. Big shows, big visits. We're going to be out at Gamehole Con. We're going to be at Gamehole Con. We are going to be at Midwinter Gaming Convention.
Right, we'll be at NetFest.
We're going to be at
Kenosha.
NetFest in Kenosha. We're
Yes.
going to be at another big venue to be announced very soon. Oh, it's going to be huge. Seriously.
It's gonna be
Explode.
huge.
It's going to be
It's
huge.
gonna be huge.
Like us.
Like-
huge.
Like the big podcasts are
Like
going,
us.
I can't believe Guys, Games, and Beer did this podcast, did this show because,
We're that huge.
yeah, we're that huge. By the way, thanks to all of our listeners south of the border. We love you.
Oh my God, we love them today especially.
And we love all you guys north of the... We love you guys today because you guys were all over Facebook today. Yeah, what the heck? You guys are crawling all over it. Yeah, that was pretty good. So, I really wish I would have learned Spanish instead of French in high school.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Also to our friends north of the border and in Europe. I know there's a few of you guys. What is with you guys?
Crazy people.
I thought you guys all had class. I'm just saying.
And you drink your beer warm.
Not us.
Not us, but my wife does. She's got a lot of family in.
No, I mean the
England.
Europeans too.
I don't think Europeans get really offended if you call them Europeans. I guess you should be like localized with it.
Going up at 15.
Okay, well,
Are you still running?
sorry.
Oh yeah, we were leaving. All right, thank you very much for watching. Have a good one. Bye.
Larry crop dusted us.